Good morning, my fellow yoga travelers. I'm mighty glad to be alive today, and I hope that you are too, as we continue to live, love, and linger, and live the life we love. It's Monday, so it's my little poetry day. This is by Goethe, but the people in Chicago pronounce it Goethe. That's just how it is. This is called Until One is Committed. Until one is committed, there's hesitancy, a chance to draw back, always ineffectiveness. Concerning all acts of initiative and creation, there's one elementary truth, the ignorance of which kills countless ideas and splendid plans, that the moment that one definitely commits oneself, then providence acts too. All sorts of things occur to help one that would never otherwise have occurred. A whole stream of events issues from that decision, raising in one's favor all manner of unforeseen incidents and meetings and material assistance, which no one could have dreamed would have come their way. Whatever you can do, or dream you can, begin it. Boldness has genius, power, and magic in it. So that's a good kind of segue into what's going on today. This whole week I'll be talking about the different kinds of magic that we have, and I don't mean like prestidigitation or like Penn and Teller's Fool Us magic. I'm talking about the magic of manifestation. So the first thing I ask you is, what's your mind magic? What are the specific mental talents that you have, or your thought process, your reasoning process that leads you into realizing how unbelievable the human mind is? And you have a specific take on it, specific usage of it in your DNA. Don't even have to study to do this. So think about it. Give yourself credit for it. Elevate the conversation with your friends, or let me know what your mental magic is. I'll let you know what mine is. We'll take it from there. All right. Begin my little rants always by honoring BKS Iyengar, who is a perfect example of reminding us that yoga is about life abundant. Just like JC said, I come to give your life abundance. Yoga is life abundance, not life negation. No matter what you think about what renunciation is, which is giving up that things which you're better off without. Life makes demands on your nerves. And most people are nervous wrecks, because without yoga, they don't have a centering device. And since prevention is better than cure, if you want to face the hectic activity and the demands being made upon you with equanimity and poise, do some yoga. Now, as a member of what I call the Aquarian conspiracy, there's a simultaneous everywhere matrix. The roots of matter disappear into that. It's still a mystery. But I say, act as if you make a difference. Transformation is not a spectator sport, and once you start working on yourself, eventually anyone connected with transformation of the individual, of themselves, must engage in social action. And yet, strangely enough, we want this to happen as quickly as possible, but to go faster, you have to slow down. Yeah. Now, once you realize we have the most wonderful inherent machinery to look at life and its awe and the intuition that we can develop from seeing the vision of unity, all I got to say is be entertained by the role you play. So you bring some lightness. Don't settle for less. What? Don't settle for less than being high. Not getting high, but being high. You have the right to ecstasy. And it's so funny, I remember when I was growing up, all the people that resisted smoking pot and castigating the people who did, they always regarded the experience with such mistrust, even though they never had it. And yet at the same time, why was it so highly regarded by everybody who did smoke pot? One of the crazy things about our culture. All right, I've also in the last couple of days been going over the Tibetan wheel. And today, after sharing, first I thought we saw the God realm, and then the jealous God realm of paranoia. But today I want to talk about the human realm. That's where we grasp through logic. We try to figure out things with our mind. We think we're geared toward happiness, but we're really geared towards pleasure. And we have very critical attitudes towards everybody. We're always judging people, and a high degree of selectivity and fussiness of what we want in our life. We usually reject things that are not our own. We collect information that always comes from other people, not from our direct experience. We're stuck in a huge traffic jam in our own mind, our thoughts constantly searching, trying to improve every situation we're involved in, constantly churning out plans, strategies, ideas. That's the human realm. And of course, such denial about the nature of reality in the human realm, called ignorance in most of the spiritual techniques. But there still is within us a sober consciousness of waking bliss. It's sanity. Right there. You know where things are at and you're cool. And it's a choice whether or not to be in that place. So this is where it comes. The choice is to train your mind to change your brain. Get excited about stuff in life. Bring pure positive emotion into what you do. Even if it only moves the thrillometer needle just a little bit. It doesn't have to go there. Just a little bit. The thrillometer, which only happens when you learn how to sustain creativity. And you do that with your passion. Because if you're being burdened in any way, it's surely a sign that something is off. Your life will be bland. It'll be like flatline. So, as mythology always says, listen to your center. Otherwise, you deny that it happens to you. Put yourself in situations where it evokes your higher, not your lower nature. And even if you have to live a life beyond the boundaries as a maverick, they call it the left-hand path. It's not the correct one according to society, but it's yours. So follow your bliss. And then when you're sitting quietly, watching your own mind work, recognize negative emotion, negative thought as it comes up. Name it. To tame it is what we say. Be clear what it is, and then that'll help you prevent your nosedive into chaos. So remember, friends, the greatest thing you can do, even according to the quantum physicists, is understand your state, because your state of consciousness is what's going to manifest. Or put it simply, what do you give your attention to? Like putting food on your plate. You don't put on your plate what you don't want to eat. So change your internal vantage point instead of external conditions, and you'll see a huge shift in your life. Have a great day.